Hi there. So I was really hoping to be done this video last time, but somehow it's gotten to become a part two, and well, that's okay. We're here together again. Last week we started a conversation on procrastination after I shared some news with you. The first news that I shared with you was podcast was going down to 2 days, twice a month instead of 4 times a month or 5 times, depending on how many Mondays it's been in a month. So it's going to now be bi weekly instead of weekly like it previously used to be. And then, secondly, we talked about the community that we were building to help people grow their mindsets intentionally. It's not just about paying the money and being in the room, it's about consistently seeking to do the work. We want you to do the work. That is why we are putting out our best content, putting out our best foot forward. The token that you're paying is a token that you can easily release and let go of. And so there are few slots remaining, and you can feel free to take advantage of it. And like I said, every Friday we are going to be live on Instagram. We've done two lives already, and I believe that we have two more lives left for this month. And we'll let you know if it's going to be a monthly thing or if this is just a one time because we want to spend some time with you. Anyways, let's keep going, guys. So, we started last week a conversation on procrastination, and then we said that there are four different kinds of procrastinators. The first kind of procrastinator is the performer who says, I work well under pressure, and then they never get started. They never ever get started. And then there's the self depreciator who says, I'm so lazy right now. Procrastination is the opposite of lazy. So they like to take a break. And you're probably going to say, I don't have time to rest and all of that. So always blaming laziness or stubbornness than admitting you're tired, you need to rest so you can come back again. Then thirdly, there is the overbooker who says, I'm so busy. They create chaos to avoid facing what they know they need to face right now. And typically that's not the task. So there's always a secondary issue that is tied to the task that they are avoiding. And one of the ways to avoid it is by saying that they are over busy and they're never ever in the right frame of mind to do work. The four is the novelty sitter who is always saying, I had the best idea. I just had the best idea. They're always having great ideas, great ideas. And then their biggest challenge is completion, being able to complete what you started, being able to finish what you started. It's very, very important that you get that done. Now, what we started talking about, what was the cure to procrastination? And then we started by asking number one, accepting that you procrastinate. Number two, find out why it is that you're procrastinating. And then thirdly, we said we're going to discuss some anti procrastination strategies. You see, procrastination is a habit that is deeply ingrained in pattern of behavior. So that means that you probably can't break it overnight, but you can stop a habit when you avoid practicing them. So you probably have to try several different strategies to be able to get it right. And here are some strategies that you will give you the best foot forward. Number one, forgive yourself of procrastinating in the past. You see, many people that procrastinate actually are hurt about themselves, but when we begin to think about forgiving ourselves, we feel more positive about ourselves and we reduce the likelihood of us procrastinating in the future. And then there is number two, which is committing to the task. Now, focus on getting things done and not avoiding things. Many of us focus so much on avoiding things, so learn to write down your tasks. Learn to write down your tasks. What are the things that need to get done? Write them down. and then specify a time for doing them. Don't just write them down, specify a time because it will help you to proactively tackle your work. So, for example, at the time of recording this video, I decided I was going to sit down and create this content. And that meant clearing my schedule, not doing anything else except this thing that I'm supposed to do. And what number three, one of the ways that you can do it as well is to promise yourself a reward. If you can complete a difficult task on time, reward yourself with a treat. Give yourself a treat. You can reward yourself with a slice of cake. You can decide to go out for coffee from your favorite coffee shop. You can decide to do something and then make yourself feel good about the things that you've completed. Make yourself see the good in what you've completed and be intentional about it. And then number four is ask someone to check up on you. Peer pressure always works with this. So that's why we create communities. One of the reasons why we create communities is so that we can have groups of people that can ask us, your project, is it done? Is this done? Were you able to achieve it? What were you able to get done this week? And then next is act as you go. Tackle tasks as they arise rather than letting them build up over a long period of time. When things come up, tackle them. Schedule time to tackle them. And then number next is to rephrase your inner dialogue. The phrases need to and have to, for example, imply that you have no choice in what you do. And this can sometimes make you feel disempowered and even begin to self sabotage. So you can decide to change your language and change your language to something like, I choose to. I choose to do this implies that you own the project and that it makes you feel a little bit more in control of your workload and of what you're trying to get done. Number next, minimize distractions. If you need to put your phone on airplane mode to get something done, put it on airplane mode to get it done. Avoid sitting close to TV while you work. Just avoid anything that will appear to be a distraction. And then, you know what? Number next is learn to get the things out of the way that you feel are not pleasant early. Start with the unpleasant things and then finish with the pleasurable things. That way, you can get the unpleasant thing out of the way and then you can look forward to the pleasant things. Number next is get organized. There are some people who procrastinate because they're so disorganized. So, what are some ways that can help us to get organized? Number one is keep a to do list. This will help you to scrap out conveniently forgetting things. So you're not conveniently forgetting, you are actually getting things done. Whether you like it or you don't like it, your to do list informs you of what needs to get done. Number two, prioritize your to do list using the Eisenhower urgent slash important principle. So this will help you choose what to do from the order of most important to least important. Number three, become a master of scheduling and project planning. Learn to do big things in small chunks, and then schedule them. Schedule them so that you can plan your time more effectively and reduce your stress level. Number four, tackle the hardest tasks at your peak times. If you find that you work better in the morning, give your hardest task in the morning. Whenever you find you are most effective, do the task that you find most difficult at that time because your creativity is at its peak. Number five, you set time bound goals for yourself. Give yourself specific deadlines to complete a task to help you be on track at all times. And then number six is use or try to get a time scheduling app and just put on an alarm or something. And the part that I find that is very important but not talked about so much is get an accountability coach or get in a community where you're held accountable. Many people don't want to be held accountable, and so you go from year to year without actually achieving something. I realized that I was being productive, but there were certain areas of my life where I was not being productive or where I was not doing things because I felt scared. So, what did I do? I decided to get an accountability coach who I paid for 2 months. And the person worked with me until I was able to get stability in what I needed to do and learning that the task is hard does not mean that it is impossible. And so I was able to break down something very large to smaller chunks because I had a coach and I had somebody who held my hand and helped me be accountable. You too can get a coach, somebody that can hold your hand and help you be accountable. Now I'm going to read back to you one more time the different things you can do to avoid procrastination. Number one, forgive yourself for procrastinating in the past. Number two, commit to a task. Number three, promise yourself a reward. Number four, ask someone to check up on you or get in a community. Number five, act as you go. Number six, rephrase your inner dialogue. Number seven, minimize distraction. Number four, get the difficult things out of the way early. Number eight, get organized. Or number nine, sorry, get organized. And then I listed different ways that you would be able to get organized. I hope that this has helped every procrastinator that has been listening to me and all my recovering procrastinators. You have better strategies on how to do better around procrastinating. All right, folks, until I come your way next time, bye for now. And remember, this is